We are going to be pushing it today. This is our YouTube channel, Pusha Zulu channel. So today we are going to be doing indices and logarithms. So remember to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. So we are going to be starting with indices right now. Today we are going to be starting with indices and logarithms. The first law of indices is when the base x to the power a is multiplied by the base x to the power b, which will give us a product of x to the power a plus b. So we get the product by adding the powers. When you multiply x to the power a multiplied by x to the power b, we should get x to the power a plus b. So we are going to give an example of this first law. For example, we have 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 2. So they both have the same base, which is base 2 and the powers. So we are going to use this first law as the example to solve this math. So we have the same base, which is x, or in this case which is 2. Then we add the powers, which is 3 plus 2, which will get 2 to the power 5. Then if we solve it further, we will get 32. Then the second law of indices is when the base x is divided by the same base x to the power b, which will give us x to the power x to the power a minus b. So for example, we have 4 to the power 2 divided by 4 to the power minus 2. So in this case, we are going to be using this example. So we will have, which is the same base, which is 4. Then we subtract the powers, which is 2 minus 2, which we will get 4 to the power 2 minus and minus, they give us plus. So which is 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4 to the power of 4. Then we solve it further. That's the second law of indices. Then the third law of indices is when x is raised to the power a over b, which is equal to the b root of x all to the power a. For example, if we have 16 to the power 3 over 2, which is equal to, remember, the one which is the denominator is the one that's going to enter the square root sign. So if 2 is the one that's going to enter the square root sign, we just put the square root sign, then we put the value x, which is in this case 16. Then we raise all to the power 3. Then we solve it further. If what is the square root of 16? 16 is 4. Then we raise it to the power 3, which is equal to 4 to the power of 3. That's our solution. So these are the laws in the examples. This is law number 1, which is the product law. Then this one is the quotient law of indices. Then this is the one that has the square root sign. So these are the 1, 2 to 3 laws of indices. We are going to continue to the fourth law of indices. So we are going to be moving on to the fourth law of indices. But before we do that, click and ring the bell for more notifications to Pusha Maths.
Pusha zinu, vanosimbisa zinu, vasingatise zvinu. Ahada, vanoseka ndichipusha zinu.